We begin today with a new film that was written, directed, and produced all by the woman who lived the story that it tells. In Untold, This Is My Story, Tampa Bay native Gina M. Garcia focuses on a hate crime that triggered flashbacks to an even more horrific childhood experience.
When she was just 8 years old, Gina was kidnapped by a serial killer, the man who murdered Adam Walsh and claimed to have taken part in 107 other killings. Gina encountered him when he approached her at a bookstore, engaged her in friendly conversation, and then offered to help her with a school science project.
I got all these books and magazines on Saturn. You can have them.
Really? Well, where are they?
They're in my car, just outside. You want them? All right. There's a whole lot of them. They're really heavy. I might need your help to bring them back in.
Let me go tell my sister.
Well, no, we'll be back in a flash. All right? She won't even know you're gone.
And Gina M. Garcia joins us now. Gina, we can't thank you enough for being here.
Thank you for having me.
That clip is so incredibly powerful. If you feel comfortable, would you tell us what happened next?
Absolutely. I was pretty much let out of the bookstore. He claimed he was a security guard, so I felt comfortable going with him. He even showed me a badge. We went out through the Sears and Roebucks where my mom was actually paying a bill. Like, we could have passed her, you know, at any time. And he pushed me into his car. He drove behind the mall. He raped me at knife point. He had a knife to my throat the entire time. I'm 8 years old. You don't have to put a knife to an 8-year-old's throat. As he was leaving, I don't know, it was a miracle. Somebody actually ran a stop sign. And I jumped out of the car. I was half naked, and I ran back through the mall to find my sister.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it's just chilling hearing that. I'm sorry for what you have gone through, but tell me how, in telling your story later on in these years later, that's what police were able to use to connect who it was that did this, right?
Kind of. I actually, I made the film. I had met John Walsh years earlier and told him about my story, and then when we got close to the world premiere, the New York Post had actually did an investigative reporting, and they got in touch with Orlando PD and actually John Walsh, and they confirmed that the person that took me was actually Otis Toole, who admitted to murdering a lot of people. I'm the kid that got away.
Wow.
We see in the clip that you only show half his face. Is that intentional?
It is intentional. When you suffer from PTSD, specifically from trauma, it's bits and pieces, and everything started coming back in bits and pieces. After the hate crime that happened at my business, I started having these like flashbacks and just recalling these different things, and I literally started spiraling, and it was like devastating to like my family, my friendships, all my relationships I was in. PTSD is mostly what the film's about. It's how a family deals with trauma, how you deal with trauma with your friends and the relationships that you're in. And until you truly deal with it, you're just kind of stuck, and you will destroy everything around you. And specifically, you know, I was destroying myself. I was blessed I'm a Navy veteran, and as being a veteran, I was able to use the service at the VA in Orlando, Florida, and a great group of wonderful women helped me get to the other side of what I was dealing with. And I am so blessed and thankful, one, for serving my country, and two, to have these women vets that not only served their country, but they served me and helped me heal.
I love that you have that redemptive story through it all. I read that you also said that putting the film together required you to flex your manifesting muscle.
Yes.
What is that? Tell me
so
about that.
It's, ever since I was a little kid, my dad asked me, you know, he would always say, when people ask you what you want to do when you grow up, and he, rather than like a journalist or a movie star or something, he said, just be awesome. And so, and he would tell me that, and it's believing in yourself. So the manifesting muscle is that core belief that you can do anything, that you have to believe in who you are, and you can manifest anything. And that was like, when you make a movie and you're self-funding it, and you're trying to get actors, and I got real Hollywood actors,
yes,
and
I
got great mentors like Patty Jenkins that did Monster and Wonder Woman mentored me on the film. I manifested all these people that I just kept on thinking about. I'm like, I could get to them, I could make these things happen, and they did, and here I am today. Like, my film is being released like in a couple of days here, so it's amazing.
And you have healed. This has helped you. How do you hope your film will help others?
Well, I think the biggest thing is like a lot of people go through trauma and they get stuck, and the repercussions of that is drug addiction, it's alcohol, it's suicide, and I want to show people that you can get through it, that no matter how bad it is, and what happened to me was horrific. It's every parent's worst nightmare. I was able to still succeed in life, and I think that's the most important thing, is like knowing that you can, and knowing that there's outlets, and be humbled to ask for help. Like, it was very humbling for me. I will be the first to admit, I had a lot of ego, and I was like, nothing's wrong with me. I don't have PTSD. And by being humbled and like knowing I needed to heal, I have great relationships. Me and my family are like rock solid, and I'm at a great place, and I have a business that's thriving, and I hopefully will have a long career in filmmaking. And that's the thing. It's, you can do it. You can get to the other side of trauma, and just know that.
Amen.
That's a beautiful story. Gina M. Garcia, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you for your
Thank
service. Thank you for telling your story.
Absolutely.
And Untold is available on video on demand beginning today. You can also find it on DVD at online retailers, including Barnes & Noble, Walmart, and Amazon.